Alright, Shalom. Before I get started, I'm going to give all praise and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'Shem, and Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS who rule and teach well. And peace and safety to the Akim that's around the four corners of the world that's pushing out this truth, giving all diligence and putting their lives on the line to do so. This is the brother Karas Azahi out of the GMS Atlanta camp. Just here with the a lesson going in on, having integrity, and staying grounded, basically, in the truth, so I, but yeah, just having integrity and staying grounded in the truth, and I'm gonna get into an account of Job, because we all know, the story of the book of Job, how he stayed grounded even when Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai tried him, through Satan, even though he went through, adversity, and the trials and tribulations. Job never turned his back on Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, and we should all use that, as an example, to use, to keep us our faith strong, being grateful in the truth, because the Lord, tried Job, but he stayed grounded, and the Lord blessed him for it, so, but without further ado, I'm just going to get into a couple of scriptures and Abba Rasazat that this lesson is edifying. I'm going to start off with Job, the 27th chapter, and I'm going to start off at the top. It says, "Moreover, Job continued his parable and said, As the Most High liveth, who hath taken away my judgment, and the Almighty who hath vexed my soul." So the Lord, through Satan, vexed Job's soul, he does that with us as well, man. Satan comes and tries us, through our walk, and it's coming from the Lord to see if we have that integrity, or will you, or if you will fall in the truth, and I'm gonna get that a precept for it. This is Psalm chapter 66 and verse 10. It says, "For thou, O power, hast proved us, thou hast tried us as silver is tried." So the Most High is going to try you, to see if you, are really, believe wholeheartedly on His name, or are you going to, turn your back, and go back into the world like numerous amounts of men have done. No one in particular, but we all know of men who turned their back on Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah when he tried them, man. And this is another precept. Zechariah 13 and 8. I'll start off at 8. The point is in verse 9. It says, "And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. And I will bring the third part to the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried." So the Lord, is basically, trying us through temptations, stumbling blocks, he sent Satan our way to see, if we're, ultimately he does it to build us up in the spirit, so we can grow and become and endure, and to become hard in the truth, but certain men, they lack their integrity, they have nothing holding them down, and they're not leaning on Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah. They're looking at the carnal side of things, basically. So the Lord, he tries you once you come into the truth, basically. I'll reread verse 2. It says, "As the Most High liveth, who have taken away my judgment, and the Almighty who has vexed my soul. Verse 3, all the while my breath is in me, and the Spirit of the Most High, it said, and the Spirit of the Most High is in my nostril. In my nostrils. So Job was being grateful, man. You know, even though, you know, the Lord was trying him, you know, he he killed his family off. You know, he became sick. You know, he had all type of boils and marks on his body. You know, but Job was grateful because he still had the breath of life in him. You know, and what more for us? You know, we still have to be grateful that Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, you know, that he even gave us this truth, man, because ultimately we know the judgment, you know, that I just read basically in Zechariah the 13th chapter, the judgment that's coming to the 2/3, man. You know, so we have to be happy that we have this breath of life within us, man. You know, and I'm gonna get some more scriptures to land back off my point. This is Psalms chapter 23. And I'll start at the top. It says, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of the righteous for his name's sake. You know, so that's the things that we should be grateful for having within this truth, man, is that the Lord is on our side, man. You know, just as Job said, he still had the spirit and the breath in his nostrils, man. You know, so we have to be grateful, you know, in this truth, man. You know, and not taking things for granted. You know, it says, verse 4, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me, man. You know, so even though we're in the valley of the shadow of death, which is Babylon, aka America, you know, we still we don't have that fear, you know, of us, you know, running into situations that we can't handle because we have Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua on our side, man. You know, and that's a reason to not, you know, turn back and go into the world, you know, and basically give up everything that you strive and that you push so hard for, man. You know, that was basically the point that I wanted to get. This is another precept. This is Psalm chapter 100, and I'll start at the top. It says, make a joyful noise unto the Lord, all ye lands. Serve the Lord with gladness. Come before his presence with singing. You know, and this is a beautiful song that we're singing, man. You know, and it says, serve Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua with gladness, man. You know, we're supposed to be glad that we're doing this, man. The truth shouldn't be a burden unto you, man. You know, it's supposed to come first before all things, man. You know, this truth should not be a burden, and you shouldn't be in the truth if you feel like, you know, oh, I gotta do a lesson, or you know, it's just everything is a grief. Is grieving unto you when it comes to the truth, man. You know, you should really set back and recalibrate things, man. You know, because we're supposed to be serving the Lord, you know, with gladness, man, because all the things that he's done for us, man. You know, and ultimately, you know, we put our own selves in this situation, man, because we went off. You know, but the Lord still, as he always does, he shows mercy to his men. You know, it says, I reread verse 2, Psalms 102. It says, serve the Lord with gladness, come before his presence with singing. Know ye that Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, he is he is the Most High. It is he that hath made us, and not we ourselves. We are his people and the sheep of his pasture. So we didn't, the Lord is the creator of all things, man. We didn't make him, he made us, man. So you got to give that reverence, to Yahweh Yahweh Shai, man. Because that's what this thing is about, man. Not turning your back, and being joined hand in hand, with the enemies, as it tells us in Isaiah. Just fight. I believe it was Paul who said it. Fight the good fight of faith, man. Being a good soldier of Yahweh Yahweh Shai. It says, verse 4, enter into his gates with thanksgiving, and into his courts with praise. Be thankful unto him and bless his name. That's why we always say, Barakatah Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, man. Because the scriptures tell us to, man. We have to serve the Lord with gladness and being thankful, man. And having some sort of integrity when it comes to something that you love, man. If you see, on the carnal side of things, when you see successful people, successful people such as Puff Daddy or your top entrepreneurs, they had integrity and they stuck with what they believed in, man. And even though this the truth started as a small, as the scripture says, a small mustard seed, look at it now, man. It's grown. It's expounded into all the four corners of the world, man. It says, for the Lord, I'm going to finish this off. Verse 5, it says, for the Lord is good, his mercy is everlasting, and his truth endureth to all generations, man. So we must be, glad. That's why it says serve the Lord with gladness, because he's extended his mercy unto us, man. But nevertheless, I'm gonna continue in Job. This is Job, verse 27, verse 3. It says, all the while my breath is in me, and the spirit of the Most High is in my nostril. My lips shall not speak wickedness, nor my tongue utter deceit. You shouldn't be, mock the Lord, speaking wickedness unto your brethren, speaking, wickedness about the apostles and elders, as men who fall out, they do, start speaking wickedness, about the scriptures, man, coming up with all sorts of different doctrine, and volcanoes and it's going to destroy the earth and all type of madness, man. You shouldn't do that, man. Scripture tells us to continue in the things that in which thou were taught, man. But I'm going to continue reading. It's verse 5. It says, the Most High forbid that I should justify you. Till I die, I will not remove. It says, till I die, I will not remove my integrity from me, man. That and the spirit that Job is in should be the exact same spirit that we're in, man. It says till I die, man. Lord willing, because even if we die, the scriptures tell us that the dead shall be risen first, man. Even though we're fighting for everlasting life, man. And even if it comes down to it that we got to be martyrs for the truth's sake, man. We still gonna have that integrity, man. And I'm gonna get this a precept in Apocrypha. This is Sirach chapter 2, and I'll start at the top. It says, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright, and constantly endure, and make not haste in the time of trouble, man. It says constantly endure, man. Constantly, man. As Job did, man. And it says make not haste in the time of trouble, man. Meaning don't flee when things are coming that's vexing to your spirit, man. Because the Lord, like I was going into earlier, the Lord is trying your spirit, man, to see if you're willing to go through the things, that He's gonna put you through, for His name's sake, man. Don't be like, the scriptures call us, outcasts. And don't have the same characteristics, as weak men that's in the world, man. Because we have something that's beautiful here, man. The scriptures is beautiful, man. It says, make not haste in the time of trouble, man. Fleeing. And I'm gonna get back with Job, which is verse 6. It says, my righteousness I hold fast and will not let it go, man. So we must continue to be as righteous as we can be, man. In this wicked society, man, in the valley of the shadow of death, man. We must continue, to be righteous for until Yahweh Shem Yahushua comes back, man. We're actually fighting for something that's worth fighting for, man. It says, and will not let it go. My heart shall not reproach me as long as I live, man. That's showing that Job, he had a rule over his spirit, man. He had power over his mind, man. And with us knowing that, hey, what more of us, man? Living through the spirit and not being carnal, man. Not letting our mind, and Satan and our adversaries take control of us, and ultimately let them defeat us, man. We have power. We have power to rule our spirits, man. That's and it starts with having that integrity, man. And having that faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, that He won't let you, fall, into the hands of the wicked, man. It says, my heart shall not reproach me as long as I live, so long as I live. Verse 7, let my enemy be as the wicked, and he that riseth up against me as the unrighteous. For what is the hope of the hypocrite, though he have gained, when the Most High taketh away his soul? Will the Most High hear his cry when trouble cometh upon him? And the answer is no, man. And matter of fact, let me get that. This is Matthew chapter 7 and verse 23. I'll start at verse 21. It says, Matthew 7 and 21. Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven. So everybody who's gonna say, Lord, Lord, looking for the Savior, is not gonna be saved, man. Why? Because they're using the Lord's name in vain. They're not doing the will of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. And the Lord is ultimately, He's not going to hear your cry, man, as it said in Job. When the trouble comes, and and you try to call on Yahweh Shem Yahushua, He's not going to hear it, man. It tells you that here. It says, verse 22, many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name, and in thy name have cast out devils, and in thy name done many wonderful works? And will I profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity, man. You can't trick the Lord, man. The scriptures tell us that His eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, man. So I'm going to reread Job 27 and 6, and I'm going to close out soon. Like 27 and 9. It says, will the Most High hear his cry when trouble cometh upon him? Will he delight himself in the Almighty? Will he always call upon the Most High? You know, hey, these people, like, yeah, we've seen people fall out, man. You know, once call on Yahweh Shem Shah, now they're into all sorts of different things, man. Because they don't have that integrity, man. You know? So we got to build up, our faith and our understanding and our wisdom and our knowledge and the truth, man, so we can be wholeheartedly grounded in this thing, man. You know? Lord willing, that it don't happen. But if this truth goes on for another 30 years, man, we'll still be here, doing sit down lessons, man. Still going out to the highways and byways like the apostles and elders do, man. You know. But I'm gonna go ahead and close out. I hope this lesson was edifying. I'm gonna go ahead and close out by giving all praise and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule and teach well. Till the next time, Shalom.